Okay, I think we are live. The music is a bit too loud. Let me check the microphone. I think it should be okay. All right, so today we are going to here and there. Okay, today we are going to continue where we left off. So before that, I need to do, I think, the introduction again. So welcome to the stream. My name is Ionel. I am a software developer in Romania, doing web development for over a decade now, and I had this idea to build a website builder similar to Webflow framework for the past 5 years. And yesterday I started to live stream about building one. I also showed this yesterday. It will be similar to this interface, but mostly for web development, in the sense that you can open any React and maybe in the future also any Angular Vue.js application, and then edit the components inside that project live. It will write everything on disk so you can see it in your preferred IDE. And that's pretty much it. Well, the main idea is a lot bigger than that. It's similar to hey Subo. It's similar to Webflow combined with Framer, and also doing a lot of backend server stuff with databases, linking components, creating pages. This is the main, like the final idea, but I'll start slowly with baby steps until I get to that point, which means I will be focusing only on a small portion, which is for now phase one, like editing a small HTML file and writing it on disk, and that's about it. And this should cover a lot of things. And then in the future we will talk about some other phases, opening React components and so on and so forth. Okay, so yesterday we were able to load an HTML file, render it on page, listing the element tree on the left. It's supposed to be a right hand side panel right here to show me like something about the selected element. That it doesn't work. So we used AI. We will continue using AI because it seems to speed up the work like a lot. But we need to, oh, I have the project here. Let me open cursor. One. So I think let's come up with a plan for today's stream. So I want to fix rendering the HTML page, because right now it has this bug where the header goes way past its container. It's supposed to be in the middle. We need to fix that first. I also want to fix at least the colors. It's a small one. Fix the left panel and show the right panel, which is supposed to show the styles of the selected element. Oh, and if we get these done, we can continue with making a plan for some other features. So I guess we can start by fixing the HTML rendering right here. Hey Chris. All right, let's see. Everything in the middle is like this, but the header has a problem. Width 90%. 90% of what? Of the body. So I have the title here. So yeah, again, I think we need to start using an iframe right now, because the page has meta tags, has titles, internal styles that might interfere with our app. So every time we open something, the links are not the links, the other HTML components on our page are affected by the page that by the HTML page that we just opened. So I'm just curious, if I delete this, does, yeah, you see the colors on the left changed. So let me open the template again. So the colors on the left are like gray, grayish, dark gray, light gray. But if I delete the HTML page, the template we're using to demo the builder, the colors change, which means our own app is affected by the whatever page we're opening or whatever project we're opening. So we need to use an iframe. Also, I think there's a bug right now where it doesn't open the template anymore after I refresh. So I moved the project in another directory. So I think I need to clear everything and start from scratch in terms of the storage of the application. Let me open this now, refresh. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, we'll figure this out later after we fix after we add the iframe. Shadow root might also isolate styles. I think it does. Shadow root. Let's try that with AI first. So inside app ESX, when rendering, let's use AI here. Rendering the opened temp HTML file, use shadow root, and that's it. This should help contain the HTML file styles so it doesn't affect the other parts of the app. And it should generate something. To be honest, I never worked with shadow root before, so this is the first time I'm doing it. I read about it, I checked some articles, watched some tutorials, but never actually worked with it directly. Ooh. As I said yesterday, the app.tsx file starting to get a very big, and the AI takes a lot of time to rewrite it every time we do something. So next, I think I will split. Let me add this here without continuing here. Split the code in multiple files, and we need to analyze the code a bit to tell AI how to split the things. Let's see what it did. Shadow root reference. Oh, I think the code is too big here. This should be okay for the stream as well. So let's see. Shadow root attach shadow render content. Dangerous. It didn't do much. Let's see how it looks like. Open file. Kind of. It preserves. Now we have the correct colors on the left, we also see the right panel, which also works. It shows the tag we selected. It's great. And the problem is still the header. I think it has like max width 90% of the we need to figure out the header problem. But before that, we can't write to AI to do anything because it takes too much time. So we need to split the code. Let's check the code first. See how we can split it. Maybe in some helper functions. Let's see. So we have some interfaces. So first of all, let's tell it to move the interfaces to a dedicated types.ts file. That's one. What else? We have some states. I'm gonna leave the states here for now. Original styles, OpenDB. We can move anything related to database, the IndexedDB database, into some helper functions, into some helper file. So move DB related code into some db.ts file. I don't know, let's try this. Get file handle, clear file handle, use effect. So why are you using cursor and VS Code at the same time? It's not VS Code. I'm using PHP Storm because this is my preferred IDE to write code due to the keywords, the shortcuts I know. And cursor, I use cursor just because of the AI features. That's it. That's the only reason. Unfortunately, PHP Storm, or IntelliJ IDEA based IDEs, these IDEs from JetBrains, don't have cursor level AI built into them. So I'm forced to use cursor or any other good AI IDE just to write the prompt and let it to write the code. And then I go back to my preferred IDE just because I know how to navigate with the keywords, with the shortcuts, with the menu, stuff like that, with the database. Honestly, I don't want to learn another IDE. The idea is to learn how to use cursor. And cursor is based on VS Code, and I don't know VS Code either, so that's the reason. Right, getting back to splitting the files. Load saved file handle. This might. I think the AI might move this to the helper, the DB file as well. Open project with a picker. Okay. Use effect. What's this? Parent node. Let's split the Let's split the left and the right panel. Move the left and the right panel logic into their own components. Dude, there's a lot of code here. HTML content. Oh, the shadow root, the elements. Let's see what it does right now with this. Cannot resolve. What's this? Oh, yes. Please create the directories. And from this point, we should be able to write to wait for AI a lot less time. Doing some generating. Properties panel. Let's go. Oh, this is the right panel. Properties panel. Structure panel. So this might be. This is the left panel. Okay. There's a bit of code. The right panel is empty for now. I don't think it moved enough code. I mean, 100 lines of code in DB. That's good. Oh, the app TSX is still too big. I see it takes a lot of time. $275 lines of code. That's okay. We still have these big functions here and some errors. Let's see if this still works. Oh, this is annoying. Loading the page every time, the template every time. Okay, so everything works. Let's fix this header thing because it's so annoying. And my CSS skills will be tested here. All right, so let's see. Maybe someone can spot the problem. Container max max weight doesn't have a 90%. What's 90% of 1375? So my viewport is 1375. 1375 divided by 1000. The other way. It's not 90%. So where is this coming from? Oh, it's more. So the max width is 1200. It wanted to go bigger, but it's limited to 1200. Didn't we fix that loading issue yesterday with IndexedDB? Yes, we fixed the IndexedDB issue, but I moved the project from my disk from one directory to another, just to be everything stream related, and it seems it's now broken. I thought the file handlers in IndexedDB were pointing to the wrong directory, but I cleared everything. Actually, let me clear manually this. Let me delete the entire database. Delete database. Let me clear the storage, clear everything, and start from scratch. No, it doesn't want to load again. This will be annoying to debug. We will debug this after we fix the header, which is so annoying because it should be contained in shadow root, so it doesn't. You know what? I think I will try with iframe instead of shadow root to see how it behaves. I'll do a commit to this point in case it doesn't work with iframe either. We can revert back. So git init. Let me do an initial commit. What is this Windows? 22 files. Yeah, these are okay. Initial commit. With iframe, it should work. Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, it should 100% because it doesn't know any other container than the iframe itself. Right now, it seems it still takes the parent as my entire app for some reason. So my entire viewport is 1256 pixels, and it tries to go 90% of that, which is not the thing we want. So if I go 9,000, sorry, 1,000, it should be 900. Header should be around 900. Yeah, it takes the main the main app. It should be contained into this small container. What's the container? This one. This should be the parent of the template, but it's not. Okay, let's tell AI this. Instead of shadow root, use an iframe. And after this, we will fix the loading bug. Yeah, no problem. I didn't know either, so I was hoping, because I think it's a bit easier to work with shadow root than it's with the iframe. But if iframe is the way to go, then we will use an iframe. I didn't want to use an iframe because I've seen there is this toddle dev. Yeah, there's another visual web framework. Let me log in. I think I have an account here. And they are using, not sure what they are using. Let me open an app, open project. They have this really nice way of previewing what you build, where the left panel and the right panel slides outwards, outside the screen, and the app just comes to life directly without without opening any tabs or anything. Let me see, projects. How do I design it? Where's the designer? Oh, view in editor, this one. I can show you. Next. Select a component. Homepage. No, this is ugly. Okay, this one. So they have the preview here. You see, they just hide the left and right panels, and you can just inspect the app, which it doesn't work right now. Oh, it doesn't have any input, so I can't really click on anything. Let's see what they are using. Oh, they're using custom components. Actually, I can search for iframe. Yeah, they are using iframe as well. So we should be able to do the same trick in the future, where we slide everything out, all the panels. We might have some top panels, some bottom panels. We can slide them out, and you can just use the app. I was pasting a link to MD, and the CSS has to be under host keyword. Oh. So you are saying the template we are using should have, instead of star, should have host, right? This is what you're saying? Let's try. Let me show these changes. Let me iframe. And let me go to the template. Write host here. Where's? Yes, yeah. Let's see. Open project. Open template. I think everything needs to be under host somehow with SCSS. But yes, iframe is better. Yeah, let's go with that, because this might waste a lot of time. And if the thing is, if people open any random HTML page, if they don't have this host thing set up, we need to go through all of the CSS they have and change it to have host in front. So it will be a lot of, and yeah, then we need to save that on the disk. They will see the changes. It's a bit weird. So yeah, we need to stick with the iframe. It's battle tested. A lot of other platforms use it, so it should be the answer to our problems. Let's let's see how this works. Okay, so kind of works. I'm not 100% happy because I have, actually no, it works. Wait, that's good. Cool, it works. We have the page rendered. The colors are not nice. Oh, because we have the iframe background color is our app color. So let's try to use white. Not here. In the HTML. Come on. Background white. Oh, I should have checked here. Yeah, so now if I remove the background, wait, there was a problem. Oh, wait, let me refresh. Yeah, this is a problem. So if I go to, let's go to the body. Background white. Yeah, okay, this solves the problem. So we need to make the iframe. Can I make the entire iframe background white? Just for now. Background white. Wait, I removed the white background and it stayed. Dude, I'm tripping. Let me try again. So we have this problem here, right? Go to the body. Background white. Fixed. Remove the background white. It's still white. What's going on here? No, I'll just ignore this. I'll just make the entire iframe background white and that's it. This is web development in a nutshell. Weird bugs that you have no idea how to fix immediately. Yeah, let's make the iframe. And I won't use AI for this. Iframe. Style. Background. Ooh. Just white. Just simple white. Alright, this is fixed. Let's fix the loading problem. So every time I refresh, it should have opened the file we opened previously because, oh, it's not saved. Oh, take a look at this. It's not saving it in the IndexedDB. Huh. Wait. It's deleting it for some reason. Let's see what AI has to say about this. Every time I refresh the page, it doesn't load the previous HTML file I opened. It seems the IndexedDB is cleared before or after each refresh. I'm the laziest developer ever with this AI. I think this is the first line of code I wrote, just background white. Oh, we will get so fired in the future. db.ts. Okay. So much code. This doesn't look very efficient. Everyone is lazy. Yeah. No, it didn't fix it, so we need to get our hands dirty. We need to debug this. Well, first of all, the hint is that we have this in the IndexedDB, so every time we refresh, it removes it. So there's a news effect somewhere that runs and clears everything. Is this my project? Page. This is my project. Let's see. Oh, this is the thing I didn't want to do, especially with the database, the IndexedDB database. Oh man, so many, dude. It has three try catches in here. Oh, this is a mess. Well, now I know AI won't take our jobs. Can't write three try catches one after the other. How is it on the stream? Yeah, everyone can say this. Oh, let's see what we use effects we have here. So we have this one which loads saved file data. Okay, this is the thing we are looking for. Open project. No, we don't care about this. Another use effect. If we have an HTML content, well, in this case we don't because it was removed. Another use effect if we don't have an HTML content. Oh, yes. So we don't care about these ones because these don't run unless we have some HTML content. So our problem is right here. File data. Yeah, let's refresh this. Let's see what it does. So file data null, and then exits the function. Let's open the file, refresh. All right, it has the data, it has the file handle. When I refresh, let's see what it does with this and why it deletes it. Looks exactly like what I would write with package. Yeah, sometimes you need to do what you gotta do. Right, so we have if file handle options. I don't like this code. Permissions, whatever. Permission granted. Permission not granted. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have a permission problem. But look at this. It rendered the HTML. Not sure why, because where's the code? The code to render the HTML is right here. This is weird. Oh, wait. It gets a new permission. Okay, let's see. Oh, error. Security. Failed. Failed to execute request permission. Come on, what error is this? Whoa, where's my... Dude, show me the entire error. Failed to execute. User activation is required to request permission. Okay, let me copy this. Let's ask AI what's this about. Look above. For the error or for the issue of our initial bug. Let's see what AI has to say about this. I see this. What's the error? What's the error about? Wait, now it works? Wait a second, it works. Never mind. Cancel. No. Don't do any changes. It didn't do any changes. That's okay. Okay, it works now. Cool. Let's see what else we have to do. Let me check the notes. So Sorry. We split the code, we fixed the rendering. This is vibe coding, yeah. Honestly, as I said yesterday, I wasn't expecting to use AI. I was expecting to get my hands dirty and code this thing at least 90% myself. The same way I did with this one. I coded this 90% myself. This is the example I showed earlier, the prototype I built a few months ago. And I didn't use any AI for this. It took me a lot of time. Well, this is a lot more complex because it's modifying JSX and it needs to parse TypeScript and make sure I don't edit that. But still, I wrote it manually, but with this, I'm surprised to use AI this much. And my only concern is that people are not learning enough from this, because as a developer with experience, it's easy for me to point AI to problems and say, hey, fix this, fix that, move that, because I know what problems might show up in a project. But for new developers, this stream might be overwhelming and boring because it's nothing to learn really, except the pointing to problems, that the thing that I do. Or maybe I can write a small article about this vibe coding thing as a senior developer and how it relates to junior developers. But getting back to our plan, we fixed everything we need. Oh, we also showed, I mean, the AI showed the right panel. The clicking doesn't work anymore, so that's a thing. Let's tell AI to fix it. Clicking on an element in the HTML template doesn't work anymore. It's probably because it tries to add the event listeners to our page and not the iframe. Actually, let's check the code. Event listener. I thought it, okay, so it thought along with the bug. Let's remove the feature as well. Oh, event listener, iframe element. No, it adds the event listener correctly. Yeah, this is me at my job. Yeah, the same thing here. Oh, you are saying the AI? Let's remove the feature. The AI is thinking this. Right, so it added something. Let's see, event listeners reference. Actually, let me read the description. So I fixed the two issues in the code. Yes, yeah, yes, it has some problems, but as you can see, it writes a lot of code. So if it writes 90% of, not 90%, let's say 50% of good code and 50% of bad code, I think it might be easier for me to change the bad code or update it, unless it's not like 5,000 lines of code, than writing the code from scratch. So I will take that from the AI side. It still boosts the productivity a lot. So the fixed click events with iframe by properly oh, sorry, I have a bad cold right now. By properly handling event listeners, create explicit callback, reduce callback, add a proper event listener, prevent defaults. Fix the permission request error by removing automatic. Oh, why did you do this? Yeah, this is the thing that you just pointed. It does things that I didn't want it to do. It started to work on the permissions with the database thing. I think I should have started a new chat. Let's see what it does right now. Still doesn't work. I'm afraid if I keep prompting the AI to fix this, it might add a lot of bad code. So I think we need to get our hands dirty again. Okay, let's see. Handle element click. Let's see if this runs. It doesn't run, so the event handlers are not added correctly. Add event listener. Let's see if it loads the elements correctly. All elements, 163 elements. That's okay. That's good. Even it's an HTML element, add event listener, click handler. And mouse enter. Event listener reference. Store the event handlers for later cleanup. Okay. So this thing runs, right? Oh. Hey. The breakpoint didn't get to here. What? Element HTML. Element. No. Element head. Wait a second. These are not HTML elements. Title. Okay, let's assume, yeah, styles, titles are not HTML elements. The header should be an HTML. Wait a second. What's the L in this case? L dot prototype. It is an HTML element. What? Oh, I think I know. iframe document HTML. I think I have a hunch here. So I think the HTML element that is used here to compare the elements from the iframe, the class, it's not the same class as what the frame has. So we have our page, our project, which has its own instance of HTML element inside, but the iframe itself has a total different HTML element class inside. This is what I'm thinking. They are two different. They're the same class in terms of the name and the code, but the instance, the reference to the class itself, it's different, and that's why the instance of doesn't work here. So we need to get the class from the HTML element class from within the iframe itself. Iframe document. Let's see how we can do that. Not sure if this is a problem. Let's say this fails to AI, and let's see why this if statement is never true. Is it because the iframe has another reference to HTML element? Let's see. Oh, I forgot to start another chat window. It might fix some, I don't know, why the coffee maker is not working or something. You're exactly right. This is happening because the iframe has its own isolated JavaScript context with its own constructor references. The HTML in your code is checking against is the one from the parent window context. So this is the parent window context is our app. So I was right. I see there's a setting in YouTube to paste links. Do I need to activate something so you can paste links? It removes it. Oh, let me check. Let me go to the stream settings. Age restriction? I don't think so. Link. You have a link from Stack Overflow? Yeah, I'm trying to find how I can activate links. Let me so YouTube live stream. I have another monitor here. Doesn't allow links. Says that's an automatic thing. I will have to check this behind the offline, so we don't fill in the stream with weird pauses from my side. So check this out. Stack Overflow, sorry, AI told me to use this instead of the HTML element from the parent window. HTML element. Even code snippets being. Yeah. I'll have to look into this to allow everything. Okay, let's try now. Okay, now it works. And the clicking as well. That's why I said working with iframes will be a lot trickier than just plain HTML rendered on the page. We have 10 more minutes, so that's not enough. Maybe I can prompt AI to work on making the structure nicer. It's also too many details here, too much information. Let me refresh this. Make the design of the structure panel nicer and more modern. The next things we need to add is maybe tailwind to design things a bit nicer. Not directly in the HTML template, but for us on the left and on the right, we might need to add. So I have these examples here. They have a really nice design on the left. So let me find a tree view like this. You see the tree view here. The tree view is a lot nicer with all these icons and big text. On the left, let me see some other examples. On the left, they have these inputs and buttons and switchers and group buttons, select boxes. So I might need to add tailwind and for UI components, where we have a ton of options for UI components for React. I want to try again to use React area components. This is some UI. What's this? Like a library of unstyled React components. Maybe it's a bit too hard to go with this because they are unstyled and we might waste a lot of time to style them. I don't know. There's also what's called Radix UI. There's also shadcn, which is built on top of Radix UI. There are a lot of options. Let me see. React Aria components UI kit styled. Maybe we can find this. I really want to use React Aria. Styled. Let's try just UI kit. What? There's Jolly UI? Jolly UI. shadcn UI compatible React Aria components that you can copy and paste. Okay, let's use this one. It has a nice design. We will use this one. And with Tailwind. Let's see what it did here. Yeah, it started to add like CSS. This is a lot of styling here, which I don't like. Mainly because people are using Tailwind CSS right now. Oh, it's a mess. What did you do here? For the remaining 9 minutes, I will make the panels stick to the right and have the template in render directly in the middle. And I won't use AI for this because actually let's use AI. Make the left and right panels, and by left and right I mean structure. It doesn't know about the structure panel now. Yes, you know, and the right panel. What's this? This is what? Properties panel. Property panel. Be at the edge of the page. And just like this. I think it should be enough. The center content should take the rest of the page size content. No, the rest of the page, and that's it. If anyone is online now, does anyone have any other suggestions for using any UI library? I think Jolly UI, I never used it. I know shadcn is very nice with Radix, everyone is talking about it. So if this is as nice as shadcn UI, but with React Aria components, it should be really easy to build UIs with it. Text shrink, whatever. Well, it didn't do anything, so we need to do this manually. Let's see, CSS skills activated. What's this? Full screen. Wow, what's this? The inline CSS is so annoying to debug. Okay, so we have fixed width for the panels. Display flex width 100%. You don't have width 100%. Max width. Why do we have max width? Dude. No max width, no margins, no paddings. Text align centered, definitely not. The logo, what's the logo? Logo spin. I think this is the CSS from the vid we created yesterday. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Align UI. Align UI. Wait, is this free? I don't think they have a few components. So I know this is based on radix. Let's see. Resources, no. Product, base component. Wait. Designed with flexible components, consistent, easy integration. Built for React, styled with Tailwind. Okay. Remix. Let's see the components. So we have 40 free components, and the rest of them are behind a paywall. Let's see what Jolly has. Components. Oh, the Jolly website doesn't work. That's a good start for Jolly. Okay. Customize. Get started. Oh. I think it's my internet. Not sure. The base components are free and based on radix. Click on and get started for free button. I really want. Hello, Marius. I want to see what's the difference in the list of components, because we will need maybe Daisy UI. Daisy. How do you write that? Daisy UI. Tailwind CSS components. Daisy is a Tailwind CSS plugin you'll love. And this is built like from scratch without using any headless library, UI library behind the scenes. I'll do my research. We don't have time to add anything right now. I will do my research and come up with some pros and cons with each. We don't need to spend a lot of time into this. We just need something to render on the page. The main thing we need to work on is, oh, this is so ugly. So we need to work on clicking on the elements, seeing the styles on the right, editing the styles with the inputs that and select boxes like the padding, the margins. Let me open the prototype here. The same I have here. Oh, rendering these helper colors, like the diagonal lines, the stripes here. Rendering these so people can see the gap, the flex gap, or the grid gap, the paddings, the margins, maybe the distances, just like Figma. Figma shows the distance between your selected element and the element on the top or left and right. So that should be fun. Right here I'm showing the margins with orange. With blue it's the flex gap, and everything adapts automatically. It should be really nice. And I can, so if I go display flex, yes, save the changes, and I can switch from flex column to flex row. It has some bugs, but you get the idea. We should be able to do all of these things. The margin bottom, so we can change this. So yeah, we need to show these things. So for tomorrow, add a UI library, start showing some nice right hand side panel, just like these designs here. Maybe this one or something. I see there's also this box, HTML box model, so you can see the margins, the paddings, maybe the width and height of the selected element. I'll get some inspiration from the other website builders. But I think for this stream, did we complete all of the things? Show the right panel. Yeah, we did. We made the UI worse, but I think I'll fix it offline. Tomorrow I'm not working, so I think I'll have some time to prepare everything. It looks so ugly. Oh man. I think I'll have nightmares about this. All right, cool. The time is up. Yeah, after I come up with a plan tomorrow, we can get started with making things a little bit nicer. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments and your feedback on my X account or on my stream anywhere, so I can improve this live stream, this project, everything. And see you tomorrow.